Oh man, that thing really freaking dark. That's all right. We'll get that figured out in just a second. Um, just in time, baby. We made it back. Oh boy. Slow charge. Dang, I gotta get this freaking thing to start charging. So, just in time. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Edmund Munez. I think Edmund's gonna pull this out. Edmund and Josh Emmett look a lot alike. Notice how those ribs and that upper ab strength, that core strength right there. Like look how they look like they're taking a deep breath. That is some powerful, powerful grappling strength right there. If y'all remember, Edmund used to. They kind of tried to hype him up when he was undefeated. They even gave him a main event on a fight night, and they tried to make him out like he was Ronda's protege, and it didn't really go as planned. He keeps trying, he keeps working, so I don't want to be hating on him. I also got the stream going on YouTube. We're 4 minutes, 5 seconds left in round one. That was pretty close to a dick kick by Edmund. Good kick to the calf by Munez. It's Andre, right? Andre Munez. I got that right. They're taking the time, filling each other out. One thing I don't like about Edmund is he's looking down a lot. When the camera's on his face while they're in the striking stance, you'll see he's looking more down at the chest than the midsection. While Munez is looking up. He's looking at the face. He's looking at the chin. He's looking at where you want to hit. Munez shoots a takedown, gets double underhook, stands back up, and eats a left hand right to the face. Edmund looking to put some power. Powerful knee by Edmund. Munez puts his weight on him, presses Edmund up against the cage. I feel like Edmund's going to absolutely dominate in the clinches with the position control as well as any grappling that they might run into. I don't think it's a bad idea for Munez to shoot a takedown here and there just to keep Edmund honest, but Edmund tosses Munez down, doesn't seem to engage. I think Munez grabbed an ankle and was maybe threatening the heel hook or something. I don't know. It happened so quick I couldn't really tell. Edmund is minus 300 on this, so he's a 3-1 favorite. This is one I like him in. Oh, Edmund ate a sneaky little right hand there that whipped his head around. Powerful strikes there by Edmund. I feel like Edmund was just a kid like 5 years ago and he's turned into this middle-aged man overnight. Like he looks older than me now, and I feel like he's in his 20s. I could be totally wrong. I have no fucking clue how old he is. But like I feel like when they gave him that main event, he was like fucking 24. Now I feel like he's 39. He's trying to wiggle out of the clinch. Munez is pretty much just holding on. Oh, I don't know if that elbow connected, but it could have. If he would have put some power behind that and not been floppy with it, he would have done some damage. One thing I like about Edmund, I like those trunks Edmund's wearing. The red and the yellow. I like these. I think it all kind of blends in with the black gloves, and he's in the red corner, so he's got the red tape. Spinning back kick by Munez. Nothing there. Kind of grazes the outside. Tries a calf kick. Nothing there. This is a tough round to score. I feel like I'm being biased if I give it to Edmund, but Edmund tried a body kick. He got caught. Munez threw a kick to the leg back pretty hard, but I feel like the way Edmund was turned, it ended up a check. I'm not positive, though. These checks are painful on both ends. Here comes Dean Thomas to save the day. See, that's when Edmonds looking down at the chest and you're trying to hit someone in the face. How are you going to do that? You're going to miss. That's why he misses a lot. The only time he's landing accurate strikes is when the other person who's on defense isn't threatening to throw back. But I still think he's going to lose. But, Muniz with the takedown. Edmond back up to one knee. Muniz trying to get a leg hooked in. 20 seconds left in round one. Edmond just stands up, presses him off. Edmond wins a clean left hand. Muniz gets wobbled. I thought he was faking it, to be honest with you. He drops down. Edmond's just emptying the gas tank on him. 5 seconds left. Are they going to stop this fight? Probably not. Yes, they did. Yes, he did. He stepped in. That's another W. That's another W on the bets. So, see, if I don't tell y'all everything goes as according to plan, but I had 5 on Edmond, but I only win like $1.67 because he's minus 300. I don't know what fight is next, if it's going to be Tristan Vines or if it's going to be Patchy Mix. I don't know when the Tristan Vines fight. That's the guy fighting Gaudier. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We just watched a great finish. Edmond is an outstanding grappler. I wish he would go work with like Trevor Whitman for like a year or even just 6 months so he can kind of get some striking figured out. Now, I know he just wobbled him with that one hand and everything, but it's the level of competition that you're at. He took his own shots up until it finished. I wasn't really sure how we were going to score the round with 20 seconds left. I was starting to think it was leaning for Muniz because he had Edmond down. He had a takedown. And then it all just immediately changed. They changed with Eric Nixick. How do you have a striker like Sean Strickland in your camp and you're looking down at people's stomach when you're trying to strike in your fights? Like, how does that happen? It is what it is, I suppose. I don't know if it's going to give me my win money before the next fight. I guess I got plenty of time. Oh, shit. I need to make sure it didn't cancel my stream. Oh, it's still going. That's good. YouTube stream with 0 viewers. And it's like really dark on there. I don't know how to lighten this up. I have no fucking clue. I feel like if we took Edmond in the first round to win by anything, but wins in the first, he would have had a huge payout. But I don't remember what it was. He is only 27. Okay. Like, he still has years in front of him. Like, he has 8 more years until I would say that he's got to start. Like, in 8 years, he's either he's gonna be on the attempt of his last title run, or he's gonna be on his way out. If that makes any sense. Who do you guys got in the Patchy Mix fight? If I have anyone here in the chat that can chat. I really think he is not getting 50 G's for that. I mean, I love how a polite man he is, a polite young man, well worded, praising Jesus and saying good stuff. But that wasn't 50 fucking G's. That was not 50 G's. Brad Tavares in the building. Misha Tate. I love her. Gigi calling out Sean Silva. Dan Heath. So we got a minute and a half. We got an hour and a half before the pay-per-view. I got this time. That's fine. I don't like betting on. Like the area where you can really fuck up on bets. I feel like is the main card. Like the main card, and that makes sense. Is it's the most competitive ones, the most competitive matchups, the ones that should be the hardest to pick in the winners, where the talent's the highest. But tonight, it's time. It's time. Corey Sandhagen. All right, we got Patchy Mix up next. Let me go. Let me go do a little something right here because I know exactly what I want to do for his fight. Yeah. Let me check what I already got going on here. Oh yeah, I did a parlay. I shouldn't have done that. 230. 230 going down 63. Yeah. Matter of fact, I really do think this kid can do this. Nah, let's chill out with that. Me and my big bets, huh? All right, so Patchy Mix is up next. Against Jacob Wildlocks. When they put Patchy Mix against Mario Batista, I literally the day that was announced, I said Mario Batista is going to dominate that fucking fight. There's levels to this. It's like I was watching someone else's podcast or watch along or some. I don't know what to call it, but they were doing something the other day. They were talking about this fight, and I was telling them I think Jacob's going to win. The guy saying Patchy fought real respectable fighters in Bellator. That's exactly why I picked Patchy to lose against Mario Batista. Was looking at who he fought before and the performances he had, and I would say the opposite. You have to look at perspective of everything. Sure, Bellator's above the regional scene, but the most of Bellator was people who couldn't make it in the UFC, whether it was they literally couldn't get there or they were there and they were leaving. And like they had to leave, whether it was performance, age, whatever it may be. There were only a few there by choice and because of pay. And that was like when they were first coming around, like when they nabbed up Rory and who the fuck else? They took like 4 people over there. Those guys were like legit good top of the world. It just ain't like that. So throwing Patchy in the top 10 of the UFC is fucking insane. This is a much better matchup for Patchy, except in the sense there's an unknown. I think Jacob's making his UFC fucking debut. And I believe the way he got this, I'm a huge Joanna fan. I feel like he got this hookup through knowing Joanna. I could be wrong, and they might have said something about that just a little bit ago. But when you look at Jacob's fights, he gets subs. He submits people. If you really go look at Patchy's history, Patchy fights a lot like Patty the Batty. Patty the Batty's kind of evolved these last 2-3 fights. But when Patty the Batty first came around, long body, wasn't great at striking, but could sometimes strike, was willing to try, was willing to bang sometimes, but was really looking to take your back and be a long body wrestler, looking for rear naked chokes, whatever. I don't think Patchy's going to have that advantage on Jacob. I think it's going to be quite the other way around. And I think Patchy's going to quickly realize, I don't think Patchy's a dumb or bad fighter by any means. I think he's going to realize he's going to have to outstrike Jacob. I think Jacob's camp is ahead of all of this. I think Jacob's camp already knows this, and they're accepting where they're at in grappling, and they're willing to grapple with Patchy Mix, and they've been working on their fucking striking. Something I preach a lot when I'm coaching and stuff is like training properly and training right. There's people who don't make the gap between figuring out how, whether it's no one shows them or they just never find it or it's never explained. I don't know. But it's like they train light and they haven't realized you're practicing a specific technique and you have to do one thing just 10% different when you want it to be hard. And it's like they just never fucking figured that out and no one showed them. I've seen it in a couple different fighters. I'm not going to name people's names. But Patchy was doing a lot of that with Mario Batista, where his shots are touching, but they're not doing damage because it's like not clinched when it's touching. If he doesn't have that fixed, he's going to get fucked up. That's really my thought. Now, there's been some pretty big underdogs on this. Jacob is a plus 285 underdog, according to the casino around my area. But if I have anyone watching, who do you let me just go to the page. Who do y'all got in this one? A lot of people were so hyped on Patchy Mix, and I was like, man, this dude's going to get fucked up when he comes over here. And he was so cocky, too. Let's not forget that. He was going to come over saying he was the best in the world. Now you're fighting on the PreLims, son. Oh, the fun of sports. The fun of sports. This YouTube shit just ain't working, so I'm just going to shut that stream off. Like, I haven't. No one watches it. I don't know what the